Welcome to World Alert Updates. Subscribe and press the bell icon for more updates. Basco, Batanes, August 7, 2025. The roar of military aircraft now competes with the sound of crashing waves on this remote Philippine island province. Once known for its tranquil lifestyle, Batanes is now on the front lines of a brewing superpower conflict. The morning mist parts to reveal naval vessels on the horizon, and soldiers patrolling areas once frequented only by fishermen and tourists. This is not a drill. It's the new reality for the Ivatan people, whose home sits at the epicenter of US-China rivalry. The island's proximity to Taiwan has turned this paradise into a critical geopolitical chess piece. The Philippine armed forces, backed by the US, are fortifying Batanes with new radar installations and an upgraded airstrip. For residents, the military presence brings both security and anxiety, fearful their home could become a flashpoint in a war they never asked for. The world is watching, and for the Ivatans, their quiet life has been irrevocably altered. Every new military exercise and stern statement from Beijing adds to the island's tension. Local fishermen now encounter Chinese Coast Guard vessels, a stark reminder of contested waters. The question on everyone's mind, not if the storm will hit, but when. For centuries, Batanes was defined by its isolation, a haven of stone houses, communal spirit, and slow-paced life. The economy was simple: fishing, farming, and a trickle of tourism. Subtle changes began: more Navy visits, surveyors, and talk of infrastructure upgrades. Then came the unmistakable signs: large military planes, soldiers, and heavy equipment. The hum of island life was replaced by the rumble of trucks and construction. Batanes' strategic value, once overlooked, is now undeniable. It's the northernmost sentinel of the Philippines, a listening post and potential staging ground. Barracks, upgraded communications, and coastal defenses are fundamentally altering the landscape. For the Ivatan community, militarization is a double-edged sword: new jobs and infrastructure, but also disruption and anxiety. The influx of outsiders strains resources and shatters the illusion of peace. The islands are now in the crosshairs of great power rivalry. The idyllic isolation that once defined Batanes is now a memory, in its place a modern military frontier. Geography is destiny for Batanes. Its location is both blessing and curse. The archipelago sits at a critical nexus in the first island chain, a key line of defense for US strategists. Closer to Taiwan than Manila, Batanes is vital in any potential conflict over Taiwan. Control of these islands means control of the Bashi Channel and Luzon Strait, arteries for global trade and military movement. For China, these waters are a gateway to the Pacific. For the US and allies, a choke point to contain China's navy. Batanes acts as a natural, unsinkable aircraft carrier, ideal for radar, missiles, and air assets. Under the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, Batanes is a key site for joint US-Philippine military development. The goal: a resilient, forward-deployed defense to deter aggression. But this also makes Batanes a prime target, its strategic value matched by its vulnerability. In conflict, these islands would likely be among the first struck. The transformation signals resolve to China, but also puts Batanes in the crosshairs. The beautiful landscapes are now a potential battlefield. The people of Batanes are unwilling participants in a high-stakes drama. The military presence has changed daily life in Batanes. The Ivatan people, once governed by the rhythms of nature, now live with the constant hum of helicopters and soldiers in the market. Economic benefits are real: jobs in construction, more business for local shops, and promises of improved infrastructure. Some welcome modernization, but many elders worry about the erosion of culture and peace. The influx of outsiders and a cash-based economy challenge traditional values. Environmental concerns grow as military activity threatens the fragile ecosystem and tourism. The greatest fear: war. Bases make the islands a target, and locals feel powerless. Fishermen now worry about foreign naval encounters, not just the weather. Community leaders struggle to balance development with cultural preservation and safety. The Ivatan experience is now one of adaptation and uncertainty. The military buildup in Batanes is transforming the islands into a defensive stronghold. The Philippines and US are building a comprehensive defense network, radar on high peaks, upgraded airports, and improved naval facilities. New radar systems provide real-time surveillance of the Bashi Channel. The Basco Airport is being expanded for larger military aircraft, enabling rapid deployment. Naval outposts and logistics hubs are under construction to support patrols and coastal defense. Joint exercises like Balikatan ensure US-Philippine interoperability. Coastal defense systems, including anti-ship missiles, are planned to deny adversaries control of surrounding waters. The presence of US forces, even rotationally, adds deterrence. The message Batanes is no longer undefended, it's an emerging fortress. This fortification is a direct response to China's militarization in the region. Batanes' importance is tied to the Luzon Strait and Bashi Channel, vital arteries for global commerce and military movement. Trillions in trade pass through these waters, connecting Northeast Asia to the world. Any disruption here would send shockwaves through global supply chains. Freedom of navigation is a core interest for the US, Japan, and South Korea. The strait is also a key route for submarines, US and Chinese alike. Beneath the waves, undersea cables carry the world's internet and financial data. Severing these cables in conflict would cripple communications and markets. China seeks control to secure its sea lanes. The US and allies aim to keep the strait open. Batanes, astride this choke point, embodies the struggle for control. Control of Batanes means influence over the Indo-Pacific's most critical passage. Beijing sees the US-Philippine buildup in Batanes as a direct threat, not a defensive move. Advanced radars and potential missiles near Taiwan and China's coast challenge Beijing's security and military planning. China fears its navy could be bottled up, its power projection limited. In response, China has condemned the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement and warned Manila of the risks. Chinese Coast Guard and militia have become more assertive, harassing Philippine fishermen and supply missions. Beijing leverages economic ties to sway Manila away from Washington. China's narrative, the US is the source of instability, and the Philippines would be safer aligned with Beijing. The contest over Batanes is part of a broader campaign, military, economic, and informational. China's alarm is about more than missiles, it's about influence and dominance in the region. The Philippines now faces security threats on two fronts, the West Philippine Sea and the north in Batanes. China's aggression in the South China Sea has long consumed Manila's resources and attention. Now tensions over Taiwan and Batanes force the Philippines to split its limited defense assets. Ships, aircraft, and personnel are stretched thin between two distant borders. Every investment in Batanes means less for the Western Front and vice versa. The US alliance provides vital support, but also risks entangling the Philippines in superpower rivalry. Manila must balance treaty obligations with the US against the need for stable ties with China. The government must reassure its people that the buildup is defensive, not provocative. The challenge deter aggression on both fronts without becoming a proxy battleground. Guarding both borders will define the Philippines' security for decades. Batanes, once a tranquil sanctuary, is now at the heart of Asia's defining geopolitical struggle. Its fate is tied to Taiwan, the Indo-Pacific's stability, and the global order. The transformation from peaceful outpost to militarized frontier is profound. For the Ivatan people, the promise of security comes with the threat of conflict. The central question, can they preserve their culture amid a growing military footprint? Batanes' fortification signals resolve to allies and provocation to China. The islands are a barometer of US-China relations. Each new base raises the risk of miscalculation. No place is truly remote. The ripples of great power rivalry reach even here. The future of Batanes in the region hangs in the balance. As the world watches, Batanes stands as a sentinel, caught between progress and the threat of war.